get this show on the road, right? There it goes, and I should be here. Here I am. Here I am. And this is something that I've thought I should do more often, is start out the live stream recognizing my members. So hi. And I know this isn't the easiest thing to read, but I will read it to you. My current members, I currently have 16 members on my channel. And I had as many as 18 at one point. We're down to 16, you know. That's okay. My current members, A Viking, Brian Gonzalez, who is often in the streams, Splash6, Michelle Barr Daly. She was in a stream or two. Me, you see on my EUC, he's here often. M640, I've seen him in live streams. On Air Promo, also known as Larry Zarkov, out in Los Angeles. Doug Yetman, Ratman Murray. Murray's in Australia. EUC Vibes, one of my most entertaining YouTubers I know. E. Simon, also in Australia. Rocky Top, the Black Crow Stand creator. Michael Lenardic, Senator Perry, Marty, and Stu Ross. Those are my current members. So a big thanks to you. I definitely appreciate your support of the channel. So here I am. What did I do last time? I did something where it made me look bigger on the screen. None of these are working. Quite sure how I did it last time. Because it's weird that, wait. Whoa, no, not like that. Not that. It'd be nice if I took up the whole screen, or maybe I do. I guess I do take up the whole screen. I think it's what I'm looking at. It doesn't look like it's a full screen, but I think what you see actually is full screen. So yeah, not that you care. So I've been chatting on here a little bit prior to the live stream starting. Senator Perry was first in here, asking if I would be wearing a gray T-shirt, drinking a White Claw. I currently have no White Claws, and this is something different. Tonight we are drinking Bud Lights. For some reason, I had I don't know, I needed some beer, and I grabbed Bud Lights. I don't remember what my thought process was at the time. Bud Light's fine. I prefer Miller Lite, but Bud Light will get the job done. I asked if I should talk about my thoughts on women. We might do that at some point. I do have some thoughts. Let me see here. Mr. Wobble Knocker has been watching Andrew Tate. Yes, I'm very familiar with Andrew Tate. And Dale is in the 4th state and major city this week. Is this like the Dale world tour, or what's the occasion, Dale? You just felt like driving across Australia, or what's going on there? I'm curious. He's been in Hobart, Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney at the moment. Yeah, I saw your video of you riding backwards in Sydney in front of the Opera House, right? Then the Gold Coast and Brisbane in a couple days. Wow. Oh, Murray's actually here. Murray, as I mentioned, channel member. Electric Unicycle says, don't do it. It's a trap. What are you talking about? Women? Can be. That's for sure, right? Can be. So once again, as usual, the stream was last minute. I just decided to do it probably less than an hour ago. And yeah, this is something that actually I was going to stream. I was going to stream last week. And I don't remember what was going on. I had too much going on. And today I actually had a lot going on too. I literally got home 7:30ish, something like that. I was helping Gladys's sister Monique trim up some of the trees in their landscape this afternoon. And I just got home a little while ago. So I've been busy as well. All right. Don't need to look at that. Thank the members. So what's going on? I saw that Adam Wrongway. So maybe someone can fill me in because I didn't have time to watch Adam's stream. I saw he streamed for almost 3 hours. Because everyone's asking like what happened with his arrangement with EVs. You know, supposedly he was going to be working with EVs, not for EVs, but with EVs, whatever that meant. He was going to be working with EVs. That was a primary. My understanding was that was the primary reason that he moved to Vancouver, is he was going to be working with EVs, and evidently that arrangement is no longer the case. And what I saw of the live stream, he alluded that he might talk about it. I don't know if he did. I didn't have time to watch the entire stream, but I'm curious if anyone here in my chat had heard an answer, or if he provided an answer as far as what happened with his arrangement with EVs. And I'm curious, is he going to stay in Canada now? Is he staying in Canada? Or is this just a temporary thing? He's going back to Poland. I do have some curiosity there. I mean, I am Facebook friends with him, so I guess I could ask him myself. But if anyone saw that stream and has the answer, feel free to throw it in chat right now. Dale talking about his trip across Australia. And you're just 8 months into a 2-week holiday. Heading back to Brisbane to live. Yes, Dale, you seem to have a very transient life. Your life is just sort of, it's kind of free flowing. You know, you go where the wind takes you. There's something to be said for that. RG says, nobody taking advice on women from a man drinking Miller Lite. I'm not drinking Miller Lite. I'm drinking Bud Light. So is that better? I don't know. I do have 2 Miller Lights in the fridge in case I run out here, but I think this will last. Oh, I just got a link from Dale that probably is going to tell me what I want to know. Let's see. Let's see if it's true about the what is this? What is this? Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's a group invite Dale sent me. Okay, I'll sure. Okay, Dale, I requested to join the group. I may regret that decision. We'll see. Senator Perry, did I buy a lottery ticket, $580 million Powerball? No, I don't really buy lottery tickets. I used to kind of, there's a period in my life like once a week when my ex-wife and I would grocery shop. We would get a lottery ticket kind of regularly, but no. I should. I mean, why not? But no. RG, referring to Adam, he seemed kind of down. I was fast forwarding through stuff. I saw him playing guitar. I saw him trying to ride the unicycle very briefly. Oh, wow. Look, I got accepted to the group. And what the hell is this group about? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, so Adam posted here. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I saw this part. I saw this part, Dale. This is because he posted this somewhere else about Adam said, I stopped my cooperation with EV. You're still more than welcome to use their shop and services. However, there will be no coupons or affiliate links available from my side. Sounds a little acrimonious, right? This also means that you'll have to wait a bit more for reviews, since for now I have no EUC available for testing. No worries, though. I'll get them soon. Okay. He said something about I couldn't. He responded to a question about it. Said I couldn't get along on a business level with EVs. I guess I don't want to dive too deep into it. Okay, interesting. Let me see if I can. I don't want to put this on stream because this is a top secret group. So, you know, you're just going to have to trust me here. See if I can find anything else pertinent here. No. I just see a lot of funny comments, nothing serious. Huh. Yeah, okay. All right, so that didn't tell me a whole lot other than they couldn't get along on a business level. Again, if he talked any more about it on stream, based on what I'm seeing there, though, I don't know that he would want to talk about it on stream. But it's kind of weird, right? Because I thought it seemed like a really good, you know, my impression of the EVs guys has always been very positive. So I was pretty surprised to see that there was a falling out with Adam. I don't know Adam personally, but he seemed like it seems like a decent guy. So I am curious minds want to know, but I mean, it's not my business either. So if more details come to light, I will read them. But it's certainly not my business. Murray, oh yeah, Murray, you said you were moving. That's right. You were too busy moving at the moment to watch much YouTube. I understand. Richard Guy, is Monacat working with 4 EVs or not? Well, she was, right? I don't know. Yeah, what the hell happened? I mean, it seemed anything EVs related was sunshine and butterflies. So I am quite surprised to hear about this dissension. What the? Okay, well, Dale, I can't say that on stream. Are you serious? How how solid is that rumor, Dale? I'm not going to say that on the stream, but that's quite interesting if that that is true. Murray says, I heard they're making EUCs illegal in Poland. I don't know. Oh, you think that's why he moved? I don't know. I don't know. They are illegal in a number of places, if not illegal, severely restricted. So Spartacus says, not sure. I only caught the end in reference to Adam's stream. He did say he's expecting to get a Sherman in 2 weeks, or a Sherman S in 2 weeks from E-Wheels. Oh, so now he's working with E-Wheels? Okay, well, whatever. Speculation on why he stopped with EVs in the comments. Well, when I looked, Dale, I just saw a bunch of jokes in there. I didn't see any serious speculation, but maybe I missed it. Growing old and having fun. Speculation. He did a live stream explaining it 3 years ago. Him and Monacat are not together. Is Monacat's wasn't his girlfriend, is she? I don't, maybe I'm missing out. Was Monacat Adam's girlfriend? Of course, I do consume a lot of EUC related content, but I evidently do not know everything. So yeah, again, someone wants to fill me in, go ahead. So Growing Old and Having Fun says that he did explain it 3 hours ago. What did he explain? What did he say? That's my question, because I skimmed through it hoping to catch it, and I did not see details of what the explanation was. Dale cannot confirm why you said it. Okay, that's okay. Well, we're not going to spread rumors, Dale, but that's very interesting if that would be true. Okay, so Leo from Brazil is here. Hey, buddy. On a live today, Adam said that there was a divergence with the payment of commissions for referrals by Adam. Okay. So Adam's saying he wasn't getting commission that he thought was owed to him from his affiliate link. Okay. Well, I don't know. If that's the case, I don't know. It's usually a pretty cut and dry thing. If you sell a wheel, use a code, that it's a credit to you. So I'm curious why that would be an issue. Leo says, yes, they were together. So Adam and Monacat were together. Okay, so Adam and Monacat were together. What, they both moved from Poland to Vancouver, and since getting to Vancouver, they split. Is that the deal? Am I understanding the sequence of events correctly? If so, I could understand some other things. Mixmaster says they were together. He mentioned their relationship in his Learn to Ride video. Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah, there's way too much EUC content for me to consume in its entirety, for sure. And there's so many people doing it now. Growing Old and Having Fun says there was an issue with the discount code for EVs where he hadn't been getting paid, but neither one were tracking the sales. So EVs wasn't tracking it or Adam. Okay, well, again, that seems like something you could resolve, right? I mean, you could, I'm sure there's a way to tell which sales were attributed to his affiliate code. And if he didn't get paid, they could have paid him, right? I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. Richard Guy, it's woman related stuff, so we'd like to hear your opinions. Yeah. Women. Women. Oh, speaking of women, believe this, believe it or not, it's ironic. I actually saw Cindy face to face today. First time. I was trying to think. First time I've seen. I mean, I've talked to her obviously, but first time I've seen her face to face. It may be January. It may have been January. I don't. Yeah, it could be. So it's kind of crazy, right? And it was a good interaction today. So yeah, that isn't my thoughts on women subject. RG says maybe Liz for EUC is available. Don't know who that is either. Or Live for EUC. I don't know. Who is that? Is that another female? I don't know. This is great. All I got to do is fire up a live stream and you guys tell me what's going on. This is very convenient. I have all the news pushed to me. I don't have to pull it out of places. You guys just push all this information to me. You know, keep me in the loop with the EUC soap operas. I wonder if there's been any drama with Marty's tour this week. Isn't today the last day of the tour, or is it tomorrow? I don't remember. I didn't go, obviously. And I can talk about. Well, I think I talked about it on video. On a video, I wasn't going. And it's a good thing I didn't, because there were some work situations that would have been problematic if I was not here. So I really had to be here. That being said, I do still plan to try to get to LA before the new year. So should be fun. Growing old and having fun. Monacat first and got a job at EVs. Okay. So again, let me try to keep up. So Monacat and... So I assume Monacat's from Poland, right? Monacat came to the United States first from Poland, and then Adam came. And then they got to the United States and they split up, right? Just correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my understanding from what I'm hearing here. Leo says, yes, they moved from Poland, but don't know when they split. Okay. Cybervolt, the artist formerly known as Wilson. What's up, man? Welcome. Maybe Kate prefers 8-8. Hey, if I say someone is a 304, does anyone know what that means? I'm curious. Curious how hip my audience is. Like if you say that to a woman, she's not going to be happy if she knows what it means. Mixmaster. YouTube is saturated. I have over 270 EUC content channels. Are you serious? Wow. I mean, I knew there was a lot. I did not know there was 270. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, back when I started doing PEV videos, I mean, it was me, Marty, Ian, a couple of the originals. But I mean, there's probably less than 10 back then. It's grown significantly. Electric unicycle. The computer tracks it if a code has been used. Yeah, I'm familiar with the way it works. I've had an affiliate link with eWheels forever. If you go to ewheels.com/EUC Army, any purchases you make would be attributed to me. So I'm very familiar with how they work. So I'm curious. I mean, if it wasn't working, then something was probably just configured wrong, I would imagine. But it should be resolvable. So I'm curious why it was not resolved. Okay, more details from OKCRC. I believe they were together, and Evie's offered a deal to Adam, and he turned it down. Then they offered Monacat a deal, and she took it. It broke them up. But that is just what I heard. Okay. All right. And of course, this is all hearsay, but interesting. RG says she's a cute EUC gal. Well, good. Live for EUC. Okay. Well, and there's more and more cute EUC gals, by the way. You know, with all the additional content channels, there's more cute EUC women. Some of them sort of prey on male thirst, obviously. Like what's her face? What's Morgan Yarborough's is it wife or girlfriend's name? I mean, that is just so blatant. Dale actually told me, I guess she has like an OnlyFans page as well. Yeah, that's. But hey, I mean, obviously it's making her money, so whatever. Oh, so Monacat is German. Okay, well, thank you for the clarification. Okay, Monacat German, Adam from Poland, but I don't know. Well, I'm sorry that they split up. I guess I don't know how long they were together. Holy Troller knows what a 304 is. Okay, a garden tool. Yes, that's another way to refer to it. Dale, take 304 and turn it upside down, and then look at it. Nasty Thomas Hobbs. Monacat is now identifying as non-binary. What? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Maybe. I mean, nothing should surprise me at this point, but okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Murray, no, I'm not saying she's a 3 out of a 10. Nope. Okay, Dale got it. Yes. I mean, these are terms that I've only been introduced to recently, based on some stuff I've been consuming regarding male-female dynamics. Dale, that's her name. Opsum. That's right. Opsum. Yeah. She's Opsum. All right. She definitely wins a prize for the most blatant in-your-face TNA in the EUC world, for sure. Her only Reddit is pretty interesting, too. Yeah, well, you showed that to me, Dale. Mike is familiar with your Opsum as well. Okay, so Nasty Thomas Hobbs, you're serious about Monacat identifying as non-binary. So, okay, explain to me. So non-binary, does that mean, is that like the 2022 version of saying bisexual? Oh, I mean, what does non-binary mean? I don't know. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with what's going on in the world. if I'm non-binary, that, I mean, to me, non-binary just means that you're, I mean, because it really are only male and female options, right? I don't know. I know someone that I know that they officially identified as pansexual as well. And again, I don't really understand what that means. Just me. I guess I'm just too old to understand. I don't know. Richard Guy, male-female dynamics. What do you mean by that, Duff? Care to expand? Yeah, I'll expand. I'm only half a beer in. Just give me a second. Holy Troller. So non-binary means not a man or a woman. Okay, well, if it's not a man or a woman, what does that mean? So does it expand into the animal kingdom? I mean, what are we talking about here? Okay, Larry says, I mean, Larry's in California, so he probably has a lot of exposure to this kind of thinking. Non-binary means you don't identify as male or female. Okay. So then so you're like, you have no sex identifier. You're part male, part female, I guess. Weird. All right, everyone else who's chiming in does not identify as a man or woman. Okay, I don't get that. I don't get it. Why I fly? I don't recognize your name. might be your first time in the live stream. If so, welcome. Monica's a diversity hire. All right, that's fine. She's a Furby. Well, don't you call them? What do you call the people that are into like stuffed animals? Furries. They're into furries. She's probably a furry, maybe. Larry says pansexual means you only like fried food. Ferdinand Thomas identifies as a frying pan. I've heard all sorts of funny commentary about identifying, and then you get into your pronouns. You know, my pronoun is this, and your pronoun is that. What's going on, man? What's going on? Okay, so Fixie Clary, a pansexual, will have sex with anybody. Well, okay, but that's male or female, right? I mean, yeah, you could be LGBTQIA. I mean, there's a lot of acronyms now, but they're all male or female, right? RG agrees it's too much. It is, man. It really is. It's a red flag for mental instability. I tend to agree. Gender neutral. That's how Murray identifies it. I know, to me, it's the same as bisexual, but whatever, man. I mean, people get so hung up in words nowadays, you know. Richard Guy says, is it gender fluid? You can identify as a male and female at various times and be attracted to either. Oh, well, okay. Again, bisexual covers that, doesn't it? Larry, I think it means if you're a woman, you can feel like a male and be with a female. And yes, it's difficult to figure out. It just sounds like people are inventing words, new words for old things. Really, you know, I don't know. Like another thing, like I've learned a popular term, like you used to say, or like someone might ask a woman or a man, how many people have you slept with? That was something that people may ask, but I understand now the way that it's asked in many circles is you ask someone what their body count is, you know, like almost like you're a killer, you know, what's your body count? How many bodies have you had? That's the new way to ask that. So if you want to be cool and hip, ask somebody what their body count is. I don't ask people that because I'm not cool, but Ferdinand says the left coast is messed up. I live here. Yeah, there's some weird. Well, there's weird stuff everywhere, but okay, CRC, you're about to piss off the woke. Well, you know, could be worse things. And this thought. This thought stuff, or the thought patterns, and re-evaluating and changing the way that things are talked about and identified. It kind of deals with some of my thoughts about the male female dynamic as well. But I'm getting there. Live for EUC. Oh wait, is this? Oh, how did you know that you were just mentioned, Liv? I'm here to let everyone know I am not single. Thanks for inquiring. Have a lovely evening. Who told her that she was being mentioned here? That's funny. I'm sorry, Liv. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad that you're not single. Good for you. That's awesome. And now people can stop thirsting for Liv. So that's good. Ferdinand's pronouns are dude and Mighty Mouse. Well, I don't know. Is that technically a pronoun? I don't think so. It has to be a pronoun, right? Oh boy, Go crash test dummy. See, this is a good topic, right? And I do have the topic of the live stream is Kingsong, and I have a lot of things to say about Kingsong, and I have a lot of feelings about Kingsong and other things, but we'll get there. But this is keeping my attention. I lived Paula Morris with 3 girlfriends. Oh, so that's like polygamy. For so many years, once the money and drugs went away, I got sober. They all left. I'm happy being 43 alone with my electric unicycles now. You really live with 3 women, really? Or was that part of your drunken stupor? Yes, thanks for stopping, Liv. I don't think I've ever seen you in a live stream before, but I do appreciate you clearing things up. Murray, is everyone leaving the left coast? I heard they are all going to Florida and screwing up there as well. Well, Florida, since COVID, Florida has had the largest influx of population growth of any state in the United States, from what I understand. It's people are attracted by the lower taxes in Florida. They're attracted by the appearance of less restrictions. All the COVID stuff. Although there is that downside of hurricanes that we just kind of went through. Hurricanes are kind of a negative. But Florida, all things together, I'm much happier living in Florida than I was in Pennsylvania. So, okay, Liv says it's okay. Thank you, Liv. I appreciate it. But as soon as you aren't single, it seems like there's a lot of guys here in this list that would like to know that. So be sure to let them know. Spartacus, getting confused. Now, what was that about an OnlyFans EUC gal? Is the OnlyFans content EUC related? Well, Dale can probably tell you. That's your Opsum. She has an OnlyFans site where instead of wearing next to no clothes, she wears no clothes for certain pictures. So yeah, if you're a big fan of hers, that's that option is available to you. On-air promo. Kingsong is a sexist name. What about People Song? Queen Song would be Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, and speaking of Kingsong, what do you think of that new logo? I personally think it sucks. That's just my thought. Liv is just a twirly bitch. Well, there's a place in this world for twirly bitches. Mike says the housing prices have gone through the roof. That's true, Mike. Yeah, down here in Southwest Florida, and it's all in Florida, but the housing, I think Collier County had some of the highest median pricing for housing in the state. Yeah, it's insane. Like they keep having to raise salaries around us just so people can actually afford to live here. It's crazy. My buddy that I work out with at the gym, unfortunately, his house is right next to a canal close to Marco Island. And because of the storm surge, he had close to 2 feet of water in his house. So the house now is ripped down to bare walls, and they have to dry it out and do remediation. But in the meantime, he had to rent a place for him and his wife and daughter to live. And he's paying $3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. To me, that's a lot of money. Liv likes zebra cakes. I don't know what those are. So someone told you were mentioned in chat, so I popped over. Well, that's good. Well, stick around. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. My live streams are very diverse, Liv. There's all sorts of things that come up. Dale loves Kingsong, hates the Kingsong logo. Yeah, to me, it almost seemed like this was their way, just like when they changed the name of the S20 to the S22, changing the name somehow made a difference. Now it's like, to me, it at least the appearance to me is, okay, we got a new logo, all that shit that's been going on, like the long laundry list of screw ups with the S22. Yeah, we got a new logo. Everything's good now. And we have shiny gold versions of the S22, that has improvements to fix the glaring problems that the wheel release with, and that all of our customers that pay for those wheels are stuck with. Yeah, that's a good move. Bigo Crash System. I think your video riding in black and white striped tight pants showing them zebra. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now I understand what they're talking about. RG says corporations are buying up housing en masse to rent. Yes, that is true. They are. Larry says, my opinion, but in Florida, you need to get rid of Rubio and DeSantis. They give me the creepy crawlies. Of course, I'm from Hollywood. Rubio, I can't stand. I have to be honest about DeSantis. There's things about DeSantis I don't like, but DeSantis is actually an intelligent man. Unfortunately, he has to sort of play to the former Trump acolytes. He has to keep them in tow. So once in a while, he has to do things that I think are real turnoffs. But like compared to Rick Scott, his predecessor, I like DeSantis a lot more. He actually cares about the environment. Has been doing stuff for the Everglades, trying to handle issues with property tax insurance. He's not great, but he's much better than his predecessor. Rubio is I can't stand Rubio. From his presidential runs, he gave me the creeps as well. All right, Liv. I don't know what pants they're talking about, but they must be good, I guess. I don't know. Murray says house prices and rent prices are astronomical these days. Yeah, I mean it's not unique to Florida. It's not unique to the United States. It's funny. Like a lot of people in the United States, they think that the globe, like the rest of the world, is insulated from the United States. Like the United States is its own thing, and like we've had a lot of inflation in the United States, and most of it is born out of COVID and all of this crap related to COVID and shortages and backlogs and all that kind of crap. But they think, oh wow, we have this terrible inflation in the United States. Look around the world; it's everywhere. Everybody has inflation. It's not specific policies that are happening here. Everywhere has inflation, but Americans don't. They don't pay attention to a lot of things outside of the United States. A lot of them. So, Cornflake came too late. Why aren't you happy with Kingsong? I have not dug into it much yet, Cornflake, because we're talking about other things. We're talking about relationship issues in the EUC community. We're talking about Liv. For EUC, evidently she has zebra cakes and other things, but we did talk about the Kingsong logo. It sucks, the new Kingsong logo. Okay, evidently her pants are baggy. Okay. Larry says Rick Scott looked like a ghoul. Oh my God, the fact that guy got elected and then reelected, I was so disgusted. And he hammered the retirement benefits for Florida employees actually as well. Yeah, Rick Scott sucks. I never liked Rick Scott. Mike says pants are overrated. Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, I could possibly not have pants on right now, and you would not know that. Oh, you're talking about Liv's pants. Sorry. Put the zebra pants on screen so I can see. Well, how am I supposed to? Wait, let me see if I can find her channel. Live for. I mean, maybe I'll recognize her if I see her channel. Okay, she did a electric unicycle rider exercise. Okay, that's nice, Liv. I'm looking for zebra pants. I don't see them. No, I've never seen you before, Liv. You don't look familiar to me. Huh. No, that's... Oh, there they are.
So this...
Wait, I just saw the zebra pants. Wait, where are they? Wait, let me go back. Oh, it's a short. All right. You guys aren't going to be able to see this, I don't think. In her We Ride Loud short. All right, let's see if I can see with shorts. You can't make them very big either. Okay. Oh, wait, oh shit, I almost had it. Oh wow, you got a cool helmet there, Liv. Okay, well this isn't gonna excite anybody, but I will show you the zebra pants. Yeah, they do look kind of baggy actually. They're not that tight. Okay. So if you go to Liv for EUC's channel, that's a front shot of Liv. Let's see if you go this way. There you go. Zebra. Who the heck is riding with that speaker? That's insane. Okay, that's Liv right there. So those of you that are like me do not know who Liv is, that's who she is, and those are her zebra pants. You're welcome. You are welcome. Long live the 1Z. Okay. Oh boy. So Liv's only been riding for a year and a half. Okay, good for you. Well, welcome to the hobby. And we always can use more females. And as is mostly the case, when females enter a hobby that is dominated by males, they usually will get more attention. All right, we're back to pronouns. Mike's pronouns. Mike Young. Our pronouns are Majesty, Your Highness. We appreciate the loyalty of the peasants. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it yet. Let's talk about let's talk about Kingsong. Let's talk about why I'm annoyed by Kingsong. I'm very annoyed. Now I have the S22, that I got from Marty's guy, from Ray Rockney. Remember I had a pre-order with eWheels forever for 11 months, and I canceled it. And then out of the blue, Ray had some guy that he had one extra S22, and I made a snap decision to buy it. And I bought it, and mine's been okay. I don't even know that I have 100 miles on it yet. I doubt that I do. But my biggest issue is I'm not real happy with the suspensions as hard as it is. I actually have 3D printed a set of those sliders, but I actually have a set of those aluminum CNC sliders coming to me from my eWheels in Bulgaria. They offered to send me a set, so I should have them end of next week or so. So I do plan to put those in. So hopefully that will help with the issue with the suspension not being as soft and reactive as I would like it to be. But then you have the freaking motor issues, man, with these motors blowing up left and right. Who came up with this test to see if your motor is good, where you you suspend yourself between two picnic tables, you lock your feet into the pads, and you lift it up and you tilt it forward to get it to max out, and you just drop it on the ground to shock the shit out of the motor. And then if your stator stays on, then it's good. I'm not doing that test. Come on, it's crazy. But the idea that you have all these motor issues. They've had a number of cutouts where the boards die. It's so annoying. That wheel was so delayed for so long, and then to still have all these issues. So having all the issues is bad enough. Okay. But then when they say, okay, well, 10th year of Kingsong, here we go. We got our special edition S22, with the gold accents, and we have a new slider design, roller slide, or no, what are they? Pulley sliders, and a bunch of stuff that's fixed, like a better system board, more robust MOSFETs. There's like 6 or 7 things that they fix. And as a S22 owner, I'm like, okay, well, that's nice, but how about remediation for all these people that have the current S22? I mean, to me, like the suspension thing, that should be something that Kingsong should be replacing. The motors, if your wheel is in the batch that has those motors with the ZX code in them, they should all get replaced, in my opinion. It's just it's so annoying. It really is annoying. Now I am and part of that 10-year anniversary was they are releasing an updated version of the 16X and what was the other one? 16S as well. Is that correct? And the announcement itself annoyed me because they didn't give any details of what changes were on the 16X or the 16S, and they did mention some of the upgrades with the S22, but they didn't give a lot of specifics. So that annoyed me as well. I'm not happy with Kingsong. All the hype that wheel had, all of the time they had to get it right, all of the delays, and it still had all of this shit. It sucks. I'm pissed. And Inmotion and Inmotion, obviously, they're no angels either. All right. Let's see. Where am I? Zero. Blah, 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 blah. On air promo. I'm not a big fan of Charlie Crist either, but better than DeSantis. Charlie Crist, he has no chance. I mean, he's run for office. Is this his third time for governor? I mean, he was the governor at one point. He was a Republican at one point and switched to Democrat because he thought it would politically benefit him. But no, he has no chance. He has zero chance. Murray says, speaking of EUC girls, how is Kelly Chameleon doing? Yeah. I think last live stream someone was talking about, how she got wrecked, and there was a GoFundMe for her medical bills. But no, I've not heard any updates. Mike in Tampa says the master is better than the hero. Well, Marty always says that the hero has the best build quality of any Bigo wheel he has. And there's been a lot of people that said that the master build quality is not, I mean, the master performance-wise is pretty exciting, but build quality-wise, not so exciting. Simon, I'm late. I thought I saw you in here earlier, Simon. No? I thought I saw you pop in. Okay, maybe you popped in, you piped out. Oh, Liv, you're a gamer? Okay. Is she still here? I don't know if she's still here. Oh, she is. What do you play? I play games. I wouldn't call myself a gamer anymore. I've played the same game. I play a couple games, but I've primarily played the same game since early 2005. And it's now 2022. So it's kind of weird, right? Okay, CRC says if you're not jumping it and pushing it to its limits, it's fine. Okay, well, that you would be describing me, because for the most part, that the S22 will be a hard surface wheel. The only thing I needed to do is to eat up irregularities in the road, curb, sidewalk, transitions, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't have any plans to do that stupid test. And I listen to my motor. I make sure that it's still nice and quiet. Actually, just last night I put it on its side and spun it, and it was whisper quiet, no weird noise. So I'm hoping mine will just be fine as is. But I do want to put the roller bearings in. Spartacus says, Duff, the second I saw that new S22 test, I thought now that there's a test Duff calisthenics style. Yeah, it looked like it'd be a good ab workout, man. It's basically the same as like doing like weighted knee raises, which are not easy. And yeah, it's such. I mean, does anyone know, was that actually a test that Kingsong recommended, or is that something like a dealer came up with? Because I mean, I thought the Inmotion tests were bad. When you were testing if the V12 motor was bad, I thought they were kind of dumb. This is a whole new level of dumb to me. Brendan Holiday, Kingsong has screwed up big time here, released and then retracted any acknowledgement of S22 motor issues, and then announced upgrades for anniversary. Yeah, exactly. But, and I think I talked about this in the last live stream, supposedly they already had done a full recall of S22 motors in China because it's convenient to do so because they're based in China. So they think it's a big enough issue that they recalled all the motors of the wheels in China, but it's just too logistically and financially impactful to do it for the rest of the world, I guess. Just, it's incongruent. If it's good enough for China, it should be good enough for us. Okay, CRC, my replacement motor shipped yesterday. Shipped from where? And I assume you had a failure, or you just had noise in yours? What happened with your motor? Dale says, I'm really drinking the beer slow. Did you see some dude had his Monster Pro go up in flames while he was riding it? He got messed up? No. I did not. That would suck. That would be a good way to ruin your day, right? Shit. Brendan says, it's just paint and pad stuff, the S22. Well, yeah, but I thought that, I'm trying to think, I should pull up the list of other things, but supposedly it's a new board, system board, pulley sliders, whatever that means. That sounds wonky to me, but I'm curious. That's what I mean. Like when they announce features like that, I would like details. I would like to see what changes they made. But the whole fact that they're pushing out a special edition model of that wheel when you have all these people having issues with the current version, it's a bad visual, bad optics, as people say. David Rainey, I would like to try the CNC version of the roller sliders. Well, you'll be seeing me do it on my channel, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I would say. I will do it. Why not? Although I have to be honest, like when I'm grabbing a wheel most of the time when I'm going out to ride, I'm grabbing the T4. It's one of the few wheels I have that I can easily put in a vehicle. It's maneuverable. It's the suspension I still don't think I have the suspension as good as it should be, but it's a fun little wheel. I like the T4. I really do. OKCRC agrees. Kingsong should have done better, much better. David had the 3D printed versions. It didn't last me very long. Thinking about making my own. Where did you print them yourself? Because I have the set I printed used the materials that they recommended on their site. I printed a set for someone that reached out to me, and I don't think he had a chance to install them yet because I was curious what his experience was. Because I heard some people say that they had issues with them wearing out within like 100 to 150 miles, and if that's the case, it's not a great solution, right? But I'm curious what wore out. If it's just the wheels themselves, because basically you put the bearing on and then you put a 3D printed tire or wheel around it. Early people were making that wheel out of the harder plastic, the HTPLA plus. The set that I sent that guy was I used TPU for the wheel, which is very, very durable normally. So, and we got another message from Dale. Dale's like the producer for my show here. He just sends me media content that I can look at and react to. It's 4 photos, really, Dale. What do we got here? What do we got? True. Oh, this is from True to One. Okay. Hold on. All right. Okay, I'm just reading here about his ride. I don't want to read the whole thing on stream. Okay, so he was riding and all of a sudden he felt the heat and his pants were melting. Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay. It sounds like he fell. Sounds like he had a compound fracture. Oh wow. Yeah. He's really screwed up. Wow. Okay. Well, that's no. I did not hear about that, Dale. That's too bad. Shit. I mean, a lot of people don't think about the potential for catastrophic injury doing this, riding EUCs. I'm guilty. You know, most of the time when I'm riding in a 2 to 3 foot bike lane next to 2 or 3 lanes of active traffic going, anywhere between 50 and 70 miles an hour. So yeah, there is the potential for bad things to happen when you are on a one-wheeled balancing device, a battery-powered balancing device. Dale says his name's Will Alteri. Okay, the guy that had the problem, Will Alteri, that had the accident. Yeah, that's too bad. Liv says regarding Kelly Chameleon, Kelly is healing and is getting her range back. She had 3 surgeries and is back doing very chill riding. Okay. Well, it's good that she's on a wheel again. Wow. That's rough. So I wonder, like, did she have a job, or was her whole deal like just doing EUC related stuff? because if her whole deal was doing EUC related stuff, she probably didn't have health insurance, I would imagine. Finally, one done. I don't know why I'm drinking so slow. Holy Troller, how's my T4? I just spoke about it. I like it. The only negatives I have to say about it is, and I haven't done a range test on it yet. I do need to do that. So I'm having a feeling. I have a feeling that if I'm doing 25 miles an hour, the range is not going to be very good, probably. Now what's Dale telling me? Oh, okay. This is yeah. Okay. I will check more of that out on offline, Dale. So what was I saying? Oh, the T4. Yeah, the only things that I don't know how good the range is, but if I'm going to go far, I have a Begode EX20S. You know, that's the wheel that I would take, a 3600 watt-hour battery. You know, I still have that annoying electrical noise that I hear after 13, 14, 15 miles an hour. I start hearing it. And a lot of people said, "Oh, no, Duff, EUC motors, they just make noise." No, I know what EUC motor noise typically sounds like. This is something that comes after a certain speed. Other T4 owners have reported the same thing. I've had some people say that they successfully applied the firmware, and that one guy said this that he didn't hear the noise after that. But of course, applying the firmware evidently is buggy unless they fixed it, where it often will fail in the middle of applying the firmware. You know, in typical Begode fashion, it doesn't work quite as it should. Cybervolt, Duff will know this line. I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I get drunk, I pass out. No problem. Yes, I do know that line. Simon says, "Don't do that dumb test. It's too extreme." Yes, it is a dumb test. It's a very dumb test. Michael in Arctic, no test either. 400 miles. There you go. Yeah, do not do that to your wheel. Dale says, Hero feels horrible to ride. Master, definitely better to ride. I never rode a Hero. I never rode a Master. But I do have a T4 and EX20S, which uses a very similar suspension setup to the Master. And for the most part, it feels good. You know, it can bottom out. It can bottom out in extreme conditions, but I don't ride in extreme conditions typically. Oh, one thing I need to do on my T4 is it has this little like silicone bumper at the base of the slider rod, which I assume is for the purpose of preventing like a clanging noise if you do bottom it out. But it's probably, I don't know, that thick. So I'm going to actually take it off. It gives you a little bit more suspension travel. Most of the people, the T4 owners that have reached out to me have said that they have taken theirs off already. So I think I will do the same thing. Liv giving details on her gaming. Fortnite. Never played Fortnite in my life. Terraria Bees party games. 7 days. Borderlands. RimWorld. Old school Sims player. Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail. Really? Oh, so how old are you, Liv? So if you're born, okay, you're older than I thought. You don't look that old, Liv. At least from what I saw. But I was born still far in advance of you. Mike, you like to sit on any of your EUCs? The short answer is no. But would I like to? Yes, I would. Because like when I'm doing a longer ride, it's nice to be able to sit down. But really, the only wheel that I could do that on is when I would put my modified Sherman seat, which is basically the Sherman seat with a yoga block on top of it. That was actually high enough that I could sit semi-comfortably on it. But all the other wheels, they're stock seats. Nah, I can't do it. My legs are so long. I have some limited mobility in my knees. It's uncomfortable. I'll sit down for 20, 30 seconds, and I'm right back up. So, but yeah, I would like to. Speaking of my Sherman, I do still have my Sherman for sale. I have 2 people that are considering it right now. But it is still for sale. Money talks, bullshit walks. So it's for sale for $2,500. I actually did list it on the Facebook EUC marketplace. So as much as it pains me, I am going to be selling my Sherman. Less than 500 miles. And, in very good condition. Okay, so OKCRC, his S22 motor is coming from E-Wheels. No failure yet, but it's making the noise. Okay. I plan to switch it as soon as I get it, then pin my current. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're not required to send the old motor back? That's good. I saw someone pinning it. What, they just drilled it out? It seems like you would need some very, very precise drilling to make sure you hit the right spot. But yeah, then they put like a little grub screw in to hold it in place. I guess that's an option. Mike, what do the sliders do? Well, let me show you what I'm getting. I have that website right. Oh wait, I don't think. I think I have an S that does. There we go. Okay, parts and accessories. S22. Where is it? There it is. The Kingsong S22 suspension kit. All right. This is what it is. That's what I'm getting. Instead of 3D printed, these are aluminum CNC'd sliders. There are the bearings, and there are all of the screws that you use as well. It's pricey, 220 pounds, and with shipping, I think someone figured it was going to be, I don't know, around $250, something like that. Expensive. I saw something the same day, if not the next day, that supposedly Rev Rides is working on something similar, and they plan to sell them for $100. So supposedly they're getting beta tested right now, and if everything goes well in the testing, they're going to be selling them for $100. So if they're just as good, there you go, and they're North America, so that might be a better option. But I am going to be getting this kit you see in front of you. And let's see, where's this? Yeah, there was supposed to be a video that talks about how to install this kit, which I guess is not. I don't know. It's not online yet because they talk about it here that there's a video link that could be seen, but there's no link. So, yep, that's what I'm getting. So I'm hoping it makes the S22 suspension feel wonderful. And basically, what it does is, I guess I didn't really answer your question, Mike. Sorry, I do that sometimes. It replaces. Right now, the suspension in a stock S22 is just rods sliding in a metal channel. And those rods, depending on the kind of riding you're doing, those channels get very dirty. And as they get dirty, the reaction of the sliders is diminished, and it'll start to stick, and it'll feel like shit. And like I read on forums, people saying, oh yeah, I have to keep my S22 feeling good, I take it apart every 100 to 150 miles, and I clean out the sliders and re-grease them, and that's ridiculous. Another reason I'm annoyed with Kingsong. I mean, for people to have to do that for the wheel to perform as advertised, that's not right. So, David says, I'm the one that did the video I think you commented on. Which one? Which one, David? But I believe you. Leo, suspensions aside, V12 or T4? Well, I mean, the perfect, if like say the V12 and the T4 had suspension, it'd be the V12 all day. I love the V12. I like the power of the V12. I like the build quality of the V12. I like the screen on the V12. Yeah, if the V12 had suspension, yeah, all day it would be the V12. But because suspension has that degree of importance to me, that's why I'm gonna put my V12 up for sale as well. You know, because suspension just it makes that much of a difference in my ride experience. Russell's honor, curse you, YouTube notification. Oh, you got notified and then you felt compelled to come. Sorry about that. So sorry. Well, that's the same thing happened with Liv. Liv was notified by human notification. You know, she came here. Slow Moo, love your increase of speed of your Segway Mini Pro by 30% video. Oh, good. The Swallowbot video, yes. Ironically, I mentioned earlier in the stream, I actually saw Cindy for the first time in months and months and months and months today. I had to give her some mail. And she actually came out and met me on, she still has the Segway Mini Pro that upgrade was done to. She still rides it around, still going strong. And that thing is probably, is it 6 years old now? It might be. Wow. Still going. She likes it. Russell Zauner. There are several online companies that will make you prototype parts for pretty cheap. Really? Where? It always seemed to me like prototyping is prohibitively expensive. That's been my experience. Like I remember at one point I was looking at getting parts for my stands done with like 3D injection molding. Ooh, the setup pricing was stupid expensive. So if there's places to do one-off prototype parts for pretty cheap, I'm not aware of them, but I just might not be looking in the right places. Mike says that zebra woke Marlon Perkins up from the dead. Wow, Mike, interesting. Liv is okay. She's filling me in about Kelly Chameleon. Looks like I'm about 6-7 minutes behind in chat. Sorry. She has an office job where she WFH works from home. Okay, good for her. I wish I could WFH, but she still was out of work for a while. She couldn't use her arms. Wow, that's rough. Russell, didn't Begode change motor suppliers for the T4? I believe so. I do believe they did do that. And Begode's no better in this regard. Like they announced, okay, you know, the T4, the next one's coming out. They're going to have, you know, the fixed motor. I think they're talking about a high torque motor for the T4 because mine has the C30. Knobby tire, built-in kickstand. What else? Something else too. Another improvement. And I've said it before. You know, I got to stick to it. Buying first batch wheels is just, it's aggravating. It really is, because the first batch wheels go out and then all of the warts are exposed, and then the subsequent batches have those warts fixed, or at least they try to fix them. So I really kind of need to stick to my guns and not buy first run wheels anymore. It used to be nice when specifically e-wheels used to send out demo wheels, you know, to the circuit, to EUC content providers. You know, so you know, we could test them ahead of time. But it seems like you know, the turnaround cycle now is so fast that like that hardly happens. They just, especially with Begode, they just blow them out. They just push them out. Dale says the T4 he tried had the motor sound. Okay, so it had the same sound I was talking about. Suspension is so bouncy, though. Well, did you try the different settings? You know, you can adjust the rebound on the T4. Yeah, I was a little surprised because, like, I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of the feedback that I heard prior to me getting the T4 is the T4 suspension felt the best out of any of the Gotway wheels. So soft, you know. and to me, it has not felt as cushy as I expected based on that feedback. But again, it could just be me. I don't know. Oh, you bought Ray's EX20S? Okay, nice, cool. No, it is nice. I need to ride it more, but it is nice. I haven't been riding much of anything at all. It seems like for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been complaining about, oh yeah, I never get time to ride, and I never get time to ride. Well, I still don't have time to ride as much as I want, but I guess it's a priority thing. If you make it a priority, then you do it. If you don't, then you don't. So Russell already got a free motor replacement on his S22, but dealer says Kingsong is only paying for recall work and won't take the wheels back in any case. So, well, yeah, I wouldn't expect them to take the whole wheel back, but you're saying that they actually are reimbursing dealers for the motors? Because I don't think they even do that normally. Yeah, doing warranty work from a dealer perspective, as far as I understand from my conversations with Jason, is a money losing proposition. Okay, Liv for you. Wow, you revealed your age, Liv. I didn't think women did that. 36. Okay, no, you look good for 36, Liv. I won't tell you my age. Mike says, "Don't sell the Sherman." Why not, dude? Tell me. Convince me why I should not sell the Sherman. Why? If I have an EX20S. So I have a wheel that has a bigger battery and suspension. So why would I not sell the Sherman? Russell, referring to the price of those sliders for my e-wheels. It's euros, so it's not as bad as pound sterling. Euros is pretty equal to dollars right now. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, even if you did say that was dollars, $220 plus shipping to the United States, $100 is a lot better. If it's the same quality. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe one is better than the other, but if they're the same, if they have the same end result, the same durability, then yeah, I'd rather pay less. Murray, the only game I like is Twister, but I'm not very good at it. Yeah, I used to play Twister when I was young. I remember my grandparents actually had Twister. I don't know why, but they did. And I do remember trying it a few times. Simon chipping in with the conversion rate. 220 British pounds is $248 US. Okay, thank you. CT Shoot Flyer. I got the S22. I'm kind of slouching, aren't I? Should I put this down? I kind of look like I'm a midget. I'm not a midget. Let's do this. Yeah, there you go. Look at my hand. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great looking. Let's do that. How's that? That's better. I got the S22 Grizzly pads and cool pedals. Now, if I get the suspension kit, I could have gotten a damn car. It's still cool, though. Yeah. Yeah, those accessories add up, don't they? They definitely do. I don't need I'm fine with the pedals that come with it. Okay, scrolling. RG says $250. That's a night on the town with a cute EUC gal. Are you still pitching to Liv? Oh wait, no, it's still okay. Never mind. Talking to myself. So Russell's going to go buy those wheel parts now. Okay, do it. I think they only had a run of was it 100 or 50 sets? So they have limited availability right now. I just know that I'm getting one of them. Supposedly my set's supposed to ship out on Monday. Oh, David. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, David. Yes. Yeah, you did. Okay. You did a video that covered the entire process. And to be quite honest, it seemed kind of tedious. I mean, you were doing a lot of sanding and So, okay, so when yours only lasts 150 miles, what wore out? And were you able to just replace what wore out and continue using them? I am curious. You did a good job. You did a good job explaining the whole process. Mike said Kuji got his hands on the V13. Yes, I saw his Instagram post. I did not see a video yet, but yes, I did see that. It seems like Kuji's trying to dip his toe back into doing content. Oh, Russell got here late because the YouTube notification was late. All right. Well, you're forgiven. It's okay. It's no problem, Russell. That's what replays are for. Oh, while I'm talking about replays, if you're here right now, do me a big favor. If you hit the like button on a live stream, and this goes for anyone that's live streaming, it's helpful because it lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing. And if YouTube thinks that people are liking content, then they are more apt to show it to people in their suggested videos. So like when this is available to play back, YouTube is more likely to show it to others if it has more likes on it. So if you have a second and you do like the content, hit the like button. Okay, CRC, I will not buy a non-suspension wheel going forward. Well, that's kind of been my stance as well. Yeah, I really like the Sherman S. I mean, the Sherman S, I could see me getting the Sherman S and then saying, okay, well, maybe I don't need the EX20S anymore. I don't know. There could be some wheels that I own for a short period of time, possibly. So you already have the Sherman Max, the EX20S, and the S22. Wow. All right, so I have a Sherman EX20S and S22. Okay, so our collection is similar. But in addition to that, I have an M10 III. I have a Inmotion V10F. I have the what do I have? What am I forgetting? I guess that's it. Oh, and I have the V12 still as well, which I have not ridden in a long time. So Russell talking about places that prototype cheaply, Protolab, Shapeways, Stratsys. I haven't priced them all, but I'm working with iGuess right now because they have materials nobody else does, and they'll make you parts. Okay, that's great. Yeah, if they'll do it, sure. RG, the C30, C38 has been a staple of EUCs for years. That's correct, and that's why it's so disappointing that the motor on the Batch 1 T4s was made by that same manufacturer and has the same potential to have the stator slip. Yeah, when I heard that, I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Leo says, agree on the first batch, but these days it seems like the second, third, fourth batch wheels are also crappy. I can't dispute that. I mean, there's a lot of crappy stuff going on. You know, like the V11, you know, had its issues on launch, and then supposedly they fixed them with second batch. But then I heard like the more recent batches had issues with system boards blowing. Yeah, kind of rolling the dice, right? Oh, my nose is itching for some reason. So Russell says that CNC is cheaper than people think. All right, well, you know, all you're doing is you're feeding a file into the machine, right, and just letting it go to town. Nasty Thomas Hobbs, the T4 suspension is just okay, better than my V11 was, though. All right, well, then maybe it's not just me. Yeah, I'm not blown away by how the T4 suspension feels to me. Nasty Thomas Hobbs, sell that Sherman. I sold mine as I have an EX20S. Yeah, I am going to sell it. I am. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I love my Sherman, but I am going to sell it. Got to go with the times. All right. Scrolling. What? Begode crash test dummy. I just applied for a third shift job as well on Indeed for the winter so I can buy a couple more wheels come spring. Okay. Well, it's good to be dedicated and want to work for your wheels. That's good. Mike Youngs loves his Sherman, reliable and takes a licking. I agree with that. It is. I love my Sherman. I've gone the fastest I've ever gone in any EUC on my Sherman, 43 or 44 miles an hour. Nasty Thomas Hobbs. The bearings on my EX20S are rusted. Rode through deep water, was fine in the rain, but avoid deep puddles. It was unavoidable as I was on a trail. I should have turned back. Yeah, I try to avoid riding in rain if I can. My first ride in the EX20S, those of you that watch your channel may remember, I rode it from my house all the way down to the body shop down in Naples. And part of that included riding on, it wasn't rain, it was wet roads though. There were some significantly wet roads, and knock on wood, it's been fine. But whenever I have any wheel that is exposed to rain, and I started doing this after my V11, my first V11 had the bearings rust after riding in rain. Ever since then, if I ever get stuck in the rain or wet conditions with a wheel, when I get home, I will lift it up and let it spin out, 3 or 4 times, so it spins out as much water as possible, and then I will take my cordless leaf blower and I will blow out the inside as much as possible to try to get as much water as possible out of that area. And knock on my desk, I have not had a bearing issue since then. But I try to avoid riding in rain with any wheel. It's not ideal. Dale's heading out. All right, buddy. Spartacus likes Duff videos. Thanks, man. You guys see the video I posted yesterday? The Wyoming district attorney is finally leaving me alone. They finally believe that I paid my $500 fine to Yellowstone. Oh wow! So David totally abandoned the 3D printed option. You put the original sliders back in today. I'm waiting to see what Kingsong will supply, or if Rev Ride supplies something that will last longer. The outside printed wheels broke down pretty quick. So, if I remember correctly, David, your wheels were your tires. They were the hard PLA, right? Because the ones that I sent to the guy that had me make a set for him, I actually made my wheels out of TPU, which typically is very, very durable. It's very hard to break down TPU. So I don't believe he still had a chance to put it together yet, but I was curious if that was a better solution, because I know on the page where you get the files, they did mention about doing it in TPU, because there have been complaints about people doing it in like HTPLA or PETG, and the wheels not holding up. Dave, you did an update video the other day. Okay, I didn't see it. David, what's your YouTube channel? Is it just David Ramey, or is it maybe it's just David Ramey, because that's what I see you here as. Let me look. Doing this off stream because we don't want to expose David. Oh, there we go. S22 bearing slider update. Okay. I will okay. I will check that out, David. I did not see that. I thought I subscribed to your channel. I guess I didn't. I will. Okay. I'm a new subscriber, David. There you go. Nasty Thomas Hobbs says he needs some waterproof bearings living in a rainforest. Okay, let's see. Murray says there don't seem to be any batch 3 or 4 wheels. It seems they release a batch 1 for the crash test dummies, then batch 2, and then they release a new batch 1 wheel of another design. Well, I mean, Begode, the way that they go through wheels is insane. Cameron Massey. Hey, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, buddy. I'm doing well enough. Well enough. I went to this was since my last live stream. I went to a chiropractor 2 Fridays ago. I actually know this guy from he used to go to the same gym as me like 10 years ago. That's probably the last time I saw him. But it was because I've been having really worsening issues with it. Almost felt like sciatica, which is basically pain that emanates like almost like right in your rear end, and then it can shoot down the leg. It's like a burning sensation, and I've been having more and more of that. And he did a few. He showed me some stretches. He was doing some muscle manipulation while I was doing movements that was excruciatingly painful. And then he did one adjustment where, like, imagine this is my foot. He had his legs on either side of my foot, like pinned between his thighs, and then all of a sudden he just jerked back to kind of align things. That it didn't hurt. It startled me, but it didn't hurt. But since then, and I've been doing the stretches that he has recommended since then, it's been better. It's definitely been better. It's still there, it's still pretty painful when it happens, but it is better. So I'm hoping if I continue doing consistent stretching, I can minimize the problem. It sucks getting old. That's the Cliff Notes version. Okay, let's see. We're talking about IGUS selling. Who's IGUS? We're talking about super strong 3D printer filament. CT shoot flyer. What's going to be the talking point when these rollers are grinding dirt and sand into the aluminum tracks? Well, I don't think you can avoid that, right? I guess what will happen is over time you'll have additional clearance. You know, if it is actually causing friction and grinding those tracks. The whole design sucks. I mean, it sucks. I don't understand why they thought that would be a good solution. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. And Russell says he's it's why I'm amazed at all the slider issues, because it's not like nobody ever made a slider that needed to work in dirt. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like dirt bikes don't exist, right? It is crazy. It's inexcusable. Yeah, I tend to agree. That's kind of how I feel as well. That for them to hype that as much as they did and build it around how robust the suspension is, and then to put that kind of slider arrangement in there doesn't make sense. I wonder if they thought that having 2 channels on each side would just make it have less slop, I guess, as opposed to like a single metal tube. I don't know. I don't have any inside lines to Kingsong engineering, but I really don't think that was a smart thing. So, okay, I'm almost through my second beer. So let me just circle back, and because very early in the stream we were talking about several things. CT shoe flyer really does function well when it's clean and lubed in their defense. Well, yeah. If you never are in situations where it could get dusty or dirty, that's great. Usually suspension wheels are, unfortunately, are put into those conditions. So anyways, what I was going to say was we were talking about people getting offended about things. We were talking about pronouns. We were talking about, I had mentioned about thoughts about, the male female dynamic in relationships. And what I've talked about it on stream before, like since I've been single, I've done lots and lots of self-reflection and self-help and trying to do self-improvement and all that kind of stuff. But only recently, because I've been watching some content, YouTube content, talking about the male-female dynamic and how, and this is something that I never really thought about before, because people would say, for years I would hear people criticize feminism. Feminism is bad. Feminism, it's not a good thing. And I always thought to these people, oh, what do you mean? Equal rights. I'm never one to think that someone shouldn't be offered rights that someone else does. And that's true in any situation, at least as far as I'm concerned. But I never really thought about the side effect of that. And basically what I've come to realize is, and this is something that I've seen in these videos, is that feminism has promoted a whole bunch of women to have masculine personality traits. And the end result of that is a lot of men butt heads with this, because a lot of men do not want to be involved in a relationship with a woman that has masculine traits, personality traits. I'm not saying they look masculine. I'm not saying they talk masculine. It's personality traits, like basically wanting to be in control and just not wanting to. They don't want to submit. They don't want to be submissive to a man. And it causes issues in conventional relationships. You see these guys that, and I've been guilty of this, making fun of men that they go overseas to get a woman, and they got to get a woman from Ukraine or Asia or something like that. And you're like, oh, why would they be so desperate to do that? But part of that is because women in those areas, they still have a more traditional sense of the male-female dynamic, where a woman is more supportive, a woman is submissive, but not submissive in the way that, like she's my slave, she does whatever I want and I snap my fingers and she comes running. Not like that, but just in a supportive way for a man. And then the man's traditional role is to provide, to protect, and to just handle things. And the woman is very supportive. A woman, does things to help the man. And I can understand in some regards how that could sound negative to a woman, but when you think about it, it's all about just being happy. And it seems like in the dynamic, if you have two people with masculine personalities, a man and a woman with masculine personalities, it's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. And what I have come to realize is that, and I've identified people or women, and I'm much more in tune to this now, women that have masculine personality traits. And I immediately know if that's the situation, it's going to be, it's not going to work out. It's not going to be something that I'm interested in. And that's my revelation. Which is weird because I've always been the type that does my fair share. Regardless of the amount of support I was doing in a relationship, providing, protecting, and doing all this stuff. Being responsible. But once the balance shifts one way, and that is no longer the case, that you don't feel like your partner is being supportive. And actually, I heard an interesting statement, which when I thought about it at first, it's like, really? But I think it's true that it's more important to a man to be respected than to be loved. A man wants to be respected. And once a woman disrespects a man repeatedly, that's when the wheels fall off. So I don't know. It's been interesting, I'm not in a relationship. I'm still looking, but it definitely has shifted my attitude about what I'm willing to tolerate at this point of my life, and what really is important, So I just did all this rambling, and we'll see if anyone's paying attention. I don't know. Okay, Lewis is here from NYC. What's up, buddy? Thanks for coming. Simon says the S22 is currently $24.40, brand new in Australia. It's been price reduced drastically, like the Abrams. Well, I don't know the currency translation, but I'm not surprised. Larry. To follow up on your point about masculine and feminine traits, look at the media and commercials since the 90s. You'll notice the woman mom always corrects, fix the dumb man. No, totally, Larry. It's totally, it's a narrative that's been going on for a long time. And because of that, women now, that is what they've grown up to believe. Once in a while, you'll get a woman that actually understands that it's actually counterproductive in many situations to have masculine personality traits. A man typically wants a woman that is nurturing, supportive, like I said. He does not want a woman with masculine personality traits. Now, some men do, I guess. But I guess they would be, I don't know, submissive men. Because I've spent a good portion of my life when I was in relationships just trying to do whatever I could to support and please the partner that I had at the time, and I don't know. I think in many cases it was counterproductive because I wasn't really aware of what I was doing. I think now I'm more aware. It's good to figure things out when you're in your 50s, right? It's great. Perfect timing. Perfect. Larry says, also, you'll notice how the men have become more neurotic where women are concerned. Related, I think so. Yeah, I mean, one of the channels that I watch, basically, they have a whole series of videos. All ththese videos have the same format, where it has women, primarily on TikTok, ranting about men, different aspects of men. And then there's the guy whose channel it is, just basically dissecting and taking apart what they're saying and just showing why it is not constructive for women to think the way they do in many cases. I mean, depending on what they want. So, anyways, it's a weird thing. Let's just say it's weird. But another side effect of this is like men are less into dating. They're just less into dating. Like one of their points is, as men get older, their worth as far as women are concerned goes up because they make more money, they have more power. That's attractive to a woman. A woman, as they get older, a lot of these videos I see, they talk about 35 or so. They start going downhill. And it's a lot of men don't realize, like if you are in a good position financially, responsible, stable, you actually are, a rare commodity, much rarer than a beautiful woman. There's lots of beautiful women in the world. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe someone can, maybe Larry can translate it for me. I don't know. Nasty Thomas Hobbs, you are 100% on modern women in the West, plus sweep around more than men nowadays. High body counts, yes. Like I said earlier, that's the way that you refer to how many people you slept with. You ask somebody what their body count is, which is kind of weird, right? Larry had a Brazilian girlfriend for a few years, and she was horrified at how wimpy and feminized men in the USA were. Small sample size, but food for thought. Yes, no, it's true. It's true because that's what everyone is being conditioned to do and to be. It doesn't, it's, again, this sounds bad if you just say it without context. people want to say men and women are equal. They're equal. They're not. They're not. They're different. They both excel in different areas. They support each other. They're not equal. They're not the same. There's a difference, and it's almost like someone has decided that it's bad to say that there's a difference. It's bad to say that men and women are not good at the same things. I don't know. It's dumb. After all that talking, yeah, that's a 2-word explanation. It's dumb. It's dumb. and I've been guilty of getting sucked into that myself. So why I fly, but now there's men who think they can be a better woman than women. This makes women upset. Yeah, it's so confusing, man. It's, oh my God, it's crazy. Let's see. Larry says, many of my single male friends are terrified to actually ask a woman on a date in real life. There you go. Me too. I don't want to. I don't want to. I was saying to a friend of mine, like, I'm at the point where like a woman is almost going to have to come up to me and say, "Hey, I like you. Do you want to go out?" Seriously, I'm just like, I don't. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just getting too cynical. I don't know. I don't want to do it. Dating apps. Since I've been single this time, I was on a dating app for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That was enough. I'm like, yeah, screw that. Dating apps are they're garbage. I mean, if your point is actually to, find someone significant that you're willing to spend time with. If you just want to hook up, yeah, I guess that is a good option, but otherwise, no. Larry says they want the women to do the asking. There you go, Larry. I'm in there. I'm in there. Very upside down. Yeah. Well, like I said, in reality, men are actually successful men are much more rare than beautiful women. So, like I heard some women say that they want that they have the rule of thumb of 3 6s. They want someone 6 foot tall or taller, 6 inches somewhere, and 6-figure income. That's like their 3 qualifiers, or 3 important qualifiers. And there's a very small percentage of men that actually hit those numbers. Murray says, I don't care where a woman is from as long as she has a Brazilian. Oh, I gotcha. I understand. Larry says, men and women were designed to be puzzle pieces that fit together. Exactly. They weren't meant to be equal. They were not. They were not. All right, 2 Miller Lights down, but I'm definitely not going to finish the 6-pack. That's for sure. 10:19 already. Wow. Silent Hunter 90125. You don't know what they are really like for at least 6 months. I totally agree. And part of me, I mean, I'm going to be 55 in December. It's not that far away. 55. I could legit move into a retirement community in Naples. Like a lot of the retirement communities have a minimum age of 55 years old. I qualify soon. So the idea of having to vet a woman to accurately figure out if she's legit, because I've had situations where women are one way, and then they aren't that way. It was, and that's a common thing, but I mean, things change over time. And of course, things always change over time, but certain core things, like if something is represented one way and it's not that way, and it's an important foundation of a relationship, that's not good. And the idea of having to try to determine that and sniff that out now, it's just, I just think about it and I get a headache. get a headache just thinking about investing more time in another potential failed relationship. Gives me a headache. But that being said, I would love to find a legit, partner to share life with, that I can peacefully coexist with, that I can enjoy spending time with. I would love that, but getting there, I don't know. It feels like an insurmountable mountain at times. It really does. I'm feeling like slouching, so I'm going to move the camera. There we go. RG says 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I assume you're referring to the 3 6s, the 3 6s rule. And Larry says dating apps are like Amazon for humans. Everyone becomes a returnable commodity. Yeah, no, I agree, Larry. This is, it's definitely not a healthy dynamic. One of the other things, the one channel that I watch talks about is how, porn is a bad thing for men. Watching excessive porn, which I can understand. Like anything. Generally speaking, most things done in excess are not good. Even things that you might think are good, done in excess can be negative. So. Simon's cracking a beer. All right, man. Cheers, dude. Cheers. Yeah, I wonder why. I feel like I should be more dehydrated because I was working most of the afternoon. Larry says women are like Kingsong, over-promising and under-delivering. That's just a generalization. Yeah. Well, and of course, I mean, men have lots of issues too. Obviously. It's not a problem that is isolated to one gender or the other, but I think in general the idea that men and women are equal, short of different genitalia, is flawed. It's flawed, and it causes the what used to be a normal dynamic to be awkward and not productive, not successful. So why do we do it? I don't know. Why did this happen? Does anyone know? Why did this happen? Like why in other areas of the world do traditional male-female roles and dynamics still exist, but in the West, or at least in the United States, well, in the West, I would say in general, why was that changed? Whose idea was that? Nasty Thomas Hobbs. If you are 50 and on a dating app, you get a bunch of gray-haired 70-year-old women trying to flirt, even if you are in shape and look 40. I wish I had confidence of an overweight, unattractive woman. Well, I mean, when I was on the dating app, you can put a range of who you're willing to see, and I assume in turn who can contact you. I don't know. I don't care. Like I said, dating apps, they suck. My general strategy now is to try to get involved in other like activities, and my hope is like getting involved in activities like pickleball. Getting more involved in activities that I enjoy will potentially expose me to people with similar interests. So that's a good starting point if you have similar interests. And through that casual exposure, then maybe you learn enough about a person that you might progress from there. That's kind of my game plan at this point. Will it be successful? I don't know. And if it's not, that's why you have to be okay with the idea of being single and being by yourself. Because if you're not, and you think you're going to find validation through being with someone else, that's a road to nowhere. That is not going to work out for you. Silent Hunter 90125. One thing I've learned in my 58 years, so you're a little older than me. For some reason, women do not want to accept the blame. I trust my wheel more. Yeah, I have experience in that. Yes, I have a lot of experience. It's a weird thing. Oh, one other thing that has become abundantly clear to me is that you really should never try to have an emotional argument with a woman. Yeah, and I'm guilty of this. Like, there's many times where I've had arguments where I allowed myself to my emotions to elevate. I allowed myself to get angry, and that never. And the outcome of when that happens is never good. It's never positive. It's never anything that helps you or the other person, really. So that's one thing that I am now much more self-aware of. The negativity of allowing, as a man, allowing yourself to get involved and pulled into a argument with a woman, and allow yourself to get visibly angry, visibly emotional. That's You just need to disengage or disarm, because it's not gonna. It never goes well. Never. I mean, can anyone tell me a situation where you had an argument with your significant other where you both got loud and emotional, and the outcome was good? Never. So she'll be frustrated that you won't engage, but it's better than the alternative, in my opinion. RG says, my friend got divorced. Now he lives in an apartment and watches the kids for the ex on weekends. Yeah, well, that's familiar. My parents got divorced. My parents got divorced when I was 12, I think. Traumatic. It's traumatic when you have kids, for sure. Okay, so growing old and having fun, talking about the whole idea of equality between the genders. And why it was done. He said that it was done on purpose to destroy the nuclear family. But why? Why would you want to do that? And I agree. I think it does. I think it does in many cases. It hurts both men and women. Hurts them both. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. So Larry says the birth control pill, began to change in the USA. What was that, in the 60s? When did that? I don't know when they came out. Without fear of getting pregnant, women began to flex their independence, which is fine. Well, that could have some validity. I don't know. Larry continues, but this was marketed and transformed by the media and political groups, and the male-female dynamic became a political football. Yeah. Just some of the stuff, modern day stuff, is just freaking frustrating, man. Okay, CRC, you enjoy my commentary, but you're going to bed. I have to ride in the morning. Okay, no problem, buddy. Catch me on the replay. Hope you hit the like button. Larry says, in the 70s, two types of feminists emerged. The women who wanted fair treatment but appreciated the differences with men and women, and women who politicized traditional female roles. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Like if you have a man and a woman doing the same job, a woman should be paid the same, of course. Same responsibilities, same work, yes. But that's totally separate from male-female dynamic in a relationship. Totally different. But they got merged together somehow. It's dumb. I think I said that before. It's dumb. It's still dumb. Murray says, the women chasing the 666 man are usually really angry when they get judged because they are 4'9", have 3 chins and 2 spare tires. That's not politically correct, Murray. Just FYI. Yeah, no, I'm not going to comment on that. But it's interesting. Like again, watching these videos, And it's interesting once you start watching them. There's hundreds of them you can get chained into. But is it like they'll have they'll interview women, and they'll say, okay, what do you want in a man? And they'll say the 666, and then they'll say they want this and they want that out of a man, and then the interviewer will ask them, so why do you think that you are entitled to all this? And they'll say something like, oh, because I'm beautiful, or I'm this or that. And then they'll follow up and they'll say, okay, so what do you bring to the table? Because the man needs this and this and this and this and the other thing to fulfill your list. What are you bringing to the table for the man? I'm hot. I mean, seriously, sometimes that's all they come up with, if they even come up with that. So it's just, I don't know. Why I Fly. Check out 50 style memes. They're pretty accurate. Yeah, I remember seeing like the tips for women in the 50s. Like how to be a good wife. Like I remember, I think one of them said that your husband should never see you without makeup. Like when you should make sure that you wake up in the morning before your husband and put your makeup on, and you should not take your makeup off until after he goes to bed, which is a little extreme, and preferably, I mean, I actually prefer a woman that looks good with or without makeup. Like actually a woman that has like tons and tons of makeup. Like if you look on YouTube, there are some transformations. Like if you see certain women before makeup, and then when they get done doing the extreme makeups where they're like painting layers on their face and doing all this crazy shading, it's insane the difference. Like if you saw a woman with all this makeup done, you'd be like, oh wow, yeah, look how attractive she is. You see her with no makeup, you're like, what the hell is going on? It's incredible. It's literally like putting a mask on. They look nothing the same. So yeah, I'm much more into women that are naturally look good. Yeah, I like makeup. I within reason, but not pancaked on makeup, or you look like a different human being when you have makeup on. That's not my thing. And I'm not sure why I got there, but yeah. Growing old and having fun. Just go be yourself and don't go dyeing your hair, and you'll be fine. Yeah, no, I'm not. No hair dye. I do have increasingly more gray in my hair. My face has been very predominantly gray for quite a few years, but I haven't dyed it. Larry's telling jokes. How many feminists does it take to screw in a light bulb? Answer: that's not funny. Got it. Yes, they will take you to task. Cybervolt says being angry is a huge turnoff to a lot of women at them and to things in general, just based on experience. Yeah, no, it is. Sure. Yeah. Except when women get angry, which is a masculine trait. Like a woman that would just like degrade a man in public or whatever. Again, it goes back to the respect. Like disrespecting a man is like one of the worst things a woman can do to their man if they care about them. It really is. But it doesn't stop it from happening. On air promo before and after extreme makeup, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, yeah, I've seen some just amazing examples. I mean, I've seen like the before pictures. I mean, it was just brutal. And they look genuinely hot after the makeup. But oh my God, horrible. I'm glad men don't have to worry about that part of it. RG says maybe the reality of natural inequality is too much for women to accept. Well, like I said, there's a large segment of the world where women still have traditional roles in relationships, and they seem okay with it. I heard someone say, like over in Japan, it's very traditional. The men and women have traditional roles, and they don't have nearly the conflict and drama that we have here when it comes to men and women in relationships and dating and all that kind of stuff. Nasty Thomas Hobbs says, we Gen Xers, and I guess I'm a Gen Xer, I think, remember when women were actually feminine in the 80s, 90s, second wave feminism, ruined them. Yeah. I mean, like my parents, they got married in the 60s. They had traditional roles. I know my dad has always had a traditional viewpoint of how things should be. Maybe a little bit too traditional. I think sometimes there's stuff that he could or should do that he doesn't. But yeah, it definitely changed around then. Oh God, why I fly? Get her the gift that keeps giving. Christmas present of a vacuum cleaner. She'll really love you for it. Oh yeah, you will be treated like a king after that. Simon says makeup can hide a lot. Dude, makeup can hide everything. Everything. Like I saw a woman that not only like transformed her face, her before picture, she had no teeth. She snapped teeth in. Perfect white veneers. Afterwards, she looked like she had perfect teeth. She has no teeth. But I mean she looked like a model after this was all done. It's crazy. Wish I still had that picture. I don't have it handy, unfortunately. Okay, Murray agrees. He's not into pasty face women. Yeah, I'm not either. Oh, and trout mouth is just fun to laugh at. Yeah, I don't quite understand that either. The lip injections because some people take it to ridiculous levels. But yeah, but men do it too. There's men do injections and Botox, but the lip injections, they get, oh God, women can get like ass implants to make their ass look better, rounder, and there's plastic surgery for just about anything nowadays. That's kind of what have found. Why I fly was thinking about going with blue hair. Okay, I've never colored my hair any color. Blue, well, I shouldn't say it. When I was young, I used to put. You guys remember Sun In? There's a product called Sun In that was basically bleach. You would put this on your hair, and then you go in the sun, and it would bleach your hair. Like I remember, I did that when I was 13 or 14, thinking it would be cool. And yeah. But other than that, no, I've never changed the color of my hair. On-air promo, women are taught from an early age through the media that they can have it all. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. They can have a career. They can have children. They can have marriage. Just doesn't have to be a happy marriage, I guess. Larry says, no, this doesn't work. You can work full-time, be a mom, and a good wife over a period of time. No, I agree. And I do know you have some experience in this area, Larry. Cybervolt says, so now I know there's no such thing as the perfect woman, just those who I can adapt with and can bear when the extremes come out. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, no. And of course, there's no perfect woman. There's no perfect man. There's no perfect anything. But you have to be able to, like, it can't be, the extremes can't be, reality altering, where you have to like go run and huddle in a ball on a corner. It can't be like that. And again, someone might not show you that aspect right away. That's the scary thing, you've invested some time and energy into a relationship, and all of a sudden you start seeing these behaviors that are scary. The older you get, the less time you feel like you have to deal with these kind of things. At least that's the way I feel. Me, you see, my EUC makeup is overused. It's only used to lie nowadays. Well, not only makeup. I didn't even talk about this. What about the freaking filters, dude? Oh my God. The stuff that people post online, it's stupid easy to these filters. It changes every aspect of their face. It slims them down. It changes their body. It makes their skin look perfect. It's crazy the filters that are out there nowadays, and oh my God, they're so heavily abused. And then you meet the person in person, and it's like, who is this? It's crazy. I know some personal examples of this, and it's pretty amazing. Simon saw the no teeth transformation. Yeah. Okay. So you probably saw the same video I did. Yeah. I wish I could pull that up. It was, yeah, she did look like a crack addict. She did. You're right. And yeah, it's pretty amazing and scary. Yes. Me, you see, and my EUC, there is such a thing as a perfect woman, and she's already married to the perfect man. Yes, right, exactly. Maybe, but I have not met the perfect couple yet. You know, people might have thought that Adam and Monocat were the perfect couple, right? I had a lot of people when Cindy and I split. They're like, "What? I thought you and Duff were like the perfect couple." You know, you're only going to see so much from social media, guys. That's for darn sure. Sorry, what time are we at here? 10:42. Okay. All right. What do we got? I'm going to wind this down. Well, let me finish the beer. I got half a beer to go, so I'll finish a beer and then we can continue talking about relationships and or EUC stuff or whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Me using my EUC filters or digital makeup? Yes, they are, and they're easier than digital makeup, so people rely on them. But like I said, I mean, you can. It's funny, like the software that I use to make thumbnails. There's a whole section in there to do all these tweaks to pictures. You know, to make the face look perfect, to remove all blemishes, to thin out the waist. I mean, you can. It used to take a modicum of skill to do these kind of things, and like Photoshop and effort and time. Now it's like one click. There's nothing to it. It's stupid easy. So when things become stupid easy, they become used heavily. So now we are all living in ultra reality. Larry says women often send in their representative when dating and getting involved. Men do it too, but I think men are inherently more logical and show themselves sooner. Send in their representative. So what do you mean, Larry? Their representative? You mean like a friend? What do you mean? You have to clarify that for me. Maybe it's too late. I'm getting too tired to understand that. Oh, wait. Oh, you're saying that they just put on a false face? Yes, definitely. But men do it too, I guess. But Simon says pink turbans are worn at the beginning of a marriage to signify new beginnings filled with prosperity. So you're talking about what, a Muslim marriage? I guess I did not know that, or an Indian marriage. I don't know. Larry says, I don't know how you can see who someone really is before you get too involved. No, you're right. No, I mean, there is intuition. And like, for example, like there's someone that I was considering that I thought would be, a candidate to date possibly and do stuff. And, but I've been able to determine, and again, based on some of the stuff I talked about earlier, that there wouldn't be really any chance of anything successful, longer term happening. So I decided to not pursue it. Now, if I was more of a dog, Maybe I would pursue it anyways, just to get a notch on the belt, but that's not really the way I work. So, yes, I understand now. They send an idealized version of themselves. Yes, and they present themselves in an idealized way and potentially misrepresent themselves. And some people can do that for a very long time, or just maybe circumstances change. But yeah, I've had some experience in those areas as well. Larry says, yes, a cooked up happy persona that is tolerant, accepting, and fun. Yeah. Sounds familiar. So Simon says that the pink turban is a Sikh marriage. Okay. Sikh is Indian. Okay. I learned something new. Yeah. Yeah, it lasts until they watch it. They see you watch your first arm wrestling match. Yes, yes. I mean, I have so many things that I'd have to reveal. Like this person that I was talking about. Like I never. This is another like kind of red flag to me is like 90 or 95% of the conversation communication was about her. Like she knew very, very little about me. She asked me next to nothing about myself. Which I mean, I'm not overly sensitive. I don't care, but I thought it was weird that she asked so little about me. But like I would have to talk about I'm into arm wrestling. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm an internet YouTube creator. I have 6.53 million views on my YouTube channel. All that stuff has to be revealed. And to some women, that might be like a red flag. That might be like really weird, to reveal that. So, but probably the arm wrestling videos is the weirdest thing. But man, I really love watching arm wrestling. It's so weird because I don't do it. I don't arm wrestle, but I really enjoy it. But I also like watching baking shows. I don't bake really. I like cooking shows. I don't cook. I like watching Forge and Fire. I like watching people make knives. From pieces of steel. I don't do that, but I like watching it. So yeah, I mean, I'll never claim to be normal. That's for sure. Dave Silver says a man needs a woman who brings peace into his life. Well, that's part of being supportive, I think. And submissive. I know it's a bad word. Oh, submissive. No, that's part of being submissive. But I think there's been a misinterpretation and a negative connotation on the word being submissive. And you have submissive and dominant in a relationship. And traditionally, the man is dominant in a relationship, but not in a bad way. It just means he handles things. He takes care of his partner. He provides for her. And that is a dominant role, but it is not necessarily a negative thing. It can be, but it's almost universally seen as negative when you say, "Oh, I'm dominant in a relationship." It's not meant to be that way. Simon says, "Just watch arm wrestling at 2 a.m. She'll never know." Yeah, true. Yeah, like I remember Cindy used to always comment. There's a YouTuber I follow. His name is LA Beast. He does a lot of, I've talked about him on the stream or a video before. He does a lot of eating challenges. And quite often a lot of his eating challenges would wind up in him like going overboard and throwing up. And I would always laugh out loud whenever that happened. And Cindy always thought that was bizarre. She didn't understand why. I thought it was so funny when he would eat to the excess of throwing up. And there's lots of things that I find funny that other people might not find funny. Larry, oh, I know the kid that you're talking about. Of course I know, because I'm an arm wrestling guy. Yeah, he has like black hair, always wears like aviator sunglasses, and then he does like challenges for money. And he's only like 150 or 160 pounds, but he's super strong for arm wrestling. And people are very surprised because like arm wrestling, I mean, you can have a guy that's like a power lifter, like for example, Brian Shaw. Many of you that might know who Brian Shaw is. He's like one of the world's strongest man. He's won the title multiple times. he recently started trying some arm wrestling, and you can be super strong. You can deadlift 1,000 pounds, but someone that's an adept arm wrestler that weighs way less could smash you in arm wrestling. It's all about certain moves, angles, power, strength in unorthodox ways. But yeah, I don't know. I find arm wrestling very interesting. I don't know why. And I like a lot of the personalities involved in arm wrestling as well. I find them interesting. RG, this is turning into like Duff's relationship advice show. RG says, most girls I've known have a strong personal agenda. So when you say that, what do you mean? Like as far as like they have goals they want to accomplish, like they want to have kids by this age, they want to have a certain amount of money, they want to have a certain car. What do you mean, RG? Larry says, substitute submissive for cooperative, balanced, and accepting. Yeah, well, I guess that sounds better. Yeah. And I've had that. I've said before, I've been in long-term relationships since I was 17, up until I was, up until a year and 3 months ago or whatever. Basically, long-term relationships. I've only really experienced that traditional male-female dynamic for maybe 4 years, between 4 and 5 years. And it was great. It was great. But it was like some of the happiest times of my adult life was when I was in that scenario. I was providing, I was doing what was needed, but I was also feeling very supported, very loved, very nurtured. That was great. That's exactly what I want. And thinking about that makes me realize that is what's missing so often nowadays, is that it's very difficult to find women that realize that it isn't a bad thing to be that way. It's hard. Simon, you have 20,000 Instagram followers? Really? No way, man. Doesn't get you any leverage? That's too bad. I think I only have, I don't know, 500 or 600. So yeah, I'm not real good at pushing my other social media. I mean, I have it in all my YouTube videos, but I don't push it. Although I do continue to post YouTube shorts, some more successful than others. It's funny, like one of my most successful shorts is I did a short that said, and many of you probably saw it, that said how to succeed in online dating in 5 seconds. And it was basically me with a picture of a girl from a dating profile and me throwing the phone in the trash. And it was literally like 5 or 6 seconds long. And I think it has 30,000 views. And this 30,000 views came in this period of maybe 2 hours. Yeah, so shorts, I keep doing shorts. Some people are confused, like, Duff, why are you doing these shorts, man? There's nothing to do with electric unicycles. I do it because it helps build channel growth. You get subscribers from these people that view shorts. That's why I'm doing it. And actually, I enjoy doing random short things that some people don't understand. I kind of enjoy doing that. RG says it's chill in Netflix, but eventually I'm being pressed into a preconceived scenario. Okay. Yeah, I never actually ask a woman to Netflix and chill, but who knows? Maybe in the future. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's the overarching feedback I can give you. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Dave Silver, but if you make an ugly woman your wife, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. An ugly woman cooks meals on time. She'll always give you peace of mind. I have heard that. I mean, it'd be nice if you could, you could substitute ugly with just like not a 10, someone that's attractive, but not ultra beautiful. I don't need someone that looks like a supermodel. I don't need that. I would prefer someone that I find attractive, that I jive with in a healthy way. That's what I would like personally. Oh, Simon is one of my followers on IG. So what is okay? So what is your Instagram account, Simon? I'll follow you back. I don't follow a lot of people, so you should feel. Oops, you should feel privileged. Is it E Simon? Thankfully, I don't spend tons and tons of time. One of these guys, if you're interested in some of these man-related issues, one of the guys that who's okay, I'll follow him on Instagram. His name is Griffin Mind, and he's a younger kid. He's only like 27, I think. I'll put it in chat if you guys want. If you're interested in checking this guy out, I don't know. I think his some of his viewpoints are pretty solid, despite him being less than 30 years old. I just put it out there. Okay, so it's Simon Shirley. How do you say your last name, Simon? I know that's your last name. I don't know how to spell or say it or pronounce it. Simon. Oh, there it is. Oh wow, Black Cobra follows you, Simon. All right. Oh, wait, is this what you look like, Simon? I've never seen a picture of you. Oh, there you go. Okay, now I know. I can see a face. 20,000 followers. How do you? Jeez, dude. So, like, how do you do that? How do you get that many followers? Oh, I see you. What the hell? Oh. So what's the deal with the bizarre artwork? Is this something that you make, or you just find? Your feed is filled with like psychedelic images. Like if I was like high or something, or on hallucinogens, this could be a problem. Wow, Simon. All right. Well, okay. I'll follow you. I don't really get it, but I'll follow you anyways. Yeah, you should check out Simon's Instagram. What the F, dude? This is like some freaky shit, man. Some freaky shit. Oh, Dave. Oh, so that's a song, "The Ugly Woman." Okay, if it, I've heard that saying. I mean, maybe I've heard that song, but you make those images? What are you, like a digital artist or what? What the hell, dude? Shit, I thought I was weird. Shit. You're a thing maker. Oh, so you are an artist. Okay. Oh wow! Look at the image of the Master and the S22. That's funny. So you're a legit digital artist, Simon. See, I didn't know that. Shit, man. I should know more about my subscribers and members, shouldn't I? Oh my god, these are freaking ridiculous, dude. All right. Well, if you want to get your mind blown, check out Simon's Instagram channel. Wow. Hold on a second here. I can't believe how slow I'm drinking alcohol tonight. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, those are crazy images, Simon. Definitely crazy images. So you're a sculptor. Is that like your profession? Like you do that for a living? It's interesting. My uncle, he makes stuff out of reclaimed goods. Like he makes like clocks and lamps and just art pieces out of basically junk that he finds. Super, super creative. Some of this stuff is kind of bizarre, like some of your artwork. You probably might find some of his stuff interesting. me see if I remember his website. He's my mom's brother. Okay, there we go. Check it out. Like if you just go to the web page, you'll see one of his pieces running in the background, and that is only a small sample. If you click on his portfolio, you can see a lot more of it. But it's amazing the stuff that he repurposes. Yeah, he has skills that I do not have. In addition to doing that stuff, he also like fixes clocks, like old clocks. Like he has really amazing skills. So Spartacus is a wood carver. Wow. So you guys have all these skills I didn't know about. That's awesome, man. Simon does full-time making sculptures. No shit. Wow, man. That's cool. Seriously, I find that really, really cool. It's interesting. Like I've become friends with Gladys's family, and she has 3 sisters. And her oldest sister is an artist, and she makes art to sell, but she also teaches art. And again, she shows me her stuff and displays her creativity to me, and I'm always very impressed by creative people. And I think her stuff is really, really cool. Yeah, if you look at his portfolio, Simon, like I said, there's all kinds of cool things there on randallcleaver.com. Tell him I sent you. All right, I got to shotgun this beer. It's now after 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Murray with a comedy relief, as always. It feels like there's something I wanted to talk about with EUC related, and I'm forgetting what it was. I haven't talked about the Master Pro at all. What do you guys think about the Master Pro? What do you think about it? I think someone posted that they posted a screenshot of someone going 57 on the app, which means that GPS speed, it wasn't that fast, but 57 on the app on the Master Pro. Doesn't sound very smart. But the idea of having a wheel with 4,800 watt hours is interesting to me. It has suspension. It's a 134 volt wheel, right? So I don't know. I actually mentioned to Ray Rockney. I said, "Hey Ray, do you have anyone that backed out of getting a Master Pro?" And there might be potentially one. So if there is, I could do something really irresponsible and get a Master Pro, which I really shouldn't do because the Sherman S is probably what I would rather have. But I don't know. I've been doing a lot of irresponsible things lately when it comes to purchasing. So I don't know. Hopefully I can control myself. Yes, I'm in regards to my uncle. Yeah, it's toy stuff, clocks, lamps, all kinds of stuff. I have it at work, and now I actually have and you guys never. Oh, sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Elsa's been under my desk the entire time. In my great room, which you guys have never seen, I have an old barrel that my uncle made for my parents. That has like a door cut into it that's stained glass that says Duffy on it with a shamrock. And for the hinges are made out of leather, and the inside there's like shelves. My parents use it as like a liquor cabinet, basically. And it had a light in it as well, which doesn't work anymore. But he did that when he was like 18 or something like that, and I have it. I still have it. At work, I have something else he made. He made me a lamp that he was at my wedding. This is my second wedding, I think. Yeah, second wedding. He made a lamp that the bottoms of it were two of the wedding favors that were on the table. They were like little, like, I don't know, candy or mint holders or something. And then the rest of it, it's circuit boards from a answering machine, and with a light in the middle, and you turn it on, and the circuit boards actually have a little bit of translucence to them, so you turn the light on, you can see everything. He has done countless cool things like that. It's really, really cool. Simon says Master Pro is a limousine. Yeah, it is. 114 pounds. Larry says the Master Pro will be popular in SoCal. Obviously, Marty's getting one. I think he just sold his EXN recently. Yeah, so he's getting one. Well, he's been talking about that for a while. Simon says the Sherman S looks amazing. Did I see the torque test? I saw a clip where someone was trying to overpower it and they couldn't. They couldn't get it to cut. Is that what you're referring to? No, it does look great. It does. And I think if I'm smart, I should get the Sherman S. The only thing that annoys me is the only way I could get it is through e-wheels in the United States. Oh, no, I could get it from EVs, though, I guess, too, if I wanted to. I think. Right? No, wait, no. It's... Does EV sell Shermans? I don't know. I'm at the point where with e-wheels, I just associate e-wheels with long delays. And I don't want to wait forever. Be good, crash test dummy. 2 weddings, ouch. Just think of how many wheels you could have bought. Yes, 2 weddings. I got married the first time when I was 24, I think. 24, and it lasted like 3.5 years, and there's a whole backstory to that, which I won't get into now. And then married again when I was 30? Was I 29? I don't remember. 30-ish, maybe. 30-ish. That's when I got married the second time. And then I was with Cindy for 8.5 years, which we were not married, but it was a marriage, except with the wedding certificate, basically. We lived as married people for sure. Okay, so Larry says EVs will have the Sherman S up next week. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which way I'll go there. I don't know. On air promo, agree with me on e-wheels. Yeah, I don't trust any dates that I get from e-wheels. I would much rather have them under promise and over deliver. Don't put out dates that are highly unlikely to be met, because that sets a bad precedent, and it happens all the time. And it's not just e-wheels that does it, but it has e-wheels. Because I bought almost all my wheels from e-wheels up until recently, and it's frustrating. I would rather have accurate information. Just be accurate, or underestimate, and then surprise me, when it comes in earlier than what you say, because that's part of the buying decision. When you're going to get something is part of the buying decision, and when that information is inaccurate, it causes bad feelings. So let's try to be more accurate. Spartacus says the Sherman S will be worth the wait. Yeah, it kind of seems that way, right? I like the look of it. I like the features that they've announced. I like that it's a 3,600 watt-hour battery, which is more than I will ever need. Simon, burned on the S20 pre-order. Yes, burned. Well, I've had to wait long periods. I used to think that waiting 3 or 4 months for a wheel was kind of extreme, but then of course the S20, 11 months before I called it quits was ridiculous. And the people that actually hung in there and got their S20s from e-wheels, I think it was over a year. Like, I think it was like 13 months maybe until they actually got them. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The Mix Master. Marriage is a punishment for shoplifting in some countries. Yeah, well, I can believe it. It definitely can be a punishment for some people. That is not my goal. I do not want to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm being punished. I want to feel like I'm lucky. Okay. All right, guys. I finished my last Bud Light. Three Bud Lights. I think I'm good. So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits. I appreciate everyone that stopped in. Again, it was super late notice, super minimal notice. Still had a decent turnout. I appreciate all the feedback that I got, both on PEV and relationship, male-female dynamics, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's been fun. And I appreciate Larry stopping in, of course. Larry is a frequent visitor. And Larry, I am still looking at. I have your information about the Christmas party that you're hosting, and I haven't looked at numbers yet, but I will be looking at them more seriously now. I have more flexibility. My ex-wife can watch Elsa, and I don't have the chicken responsibility anymore that really restricted me. So I'm going to do my best to try to make it work. So we'll see. So thanks, everybody. And I will see you soon. I might shoot a video tomorrow. I don't have a whole lot on my docket, and it's supposed to be nice weather. So let's see what we can do. That's it for now. Till next time, Duffman out. End the broadcast. Oh, shit, I'm still live? Hey, come on, man. I said end the broadcast. Let's end this shit. I'm still not. Wow. It's thinking about ending. It's not ending. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection.